All right, so for this video, we're going to look at the cluster bombs. I believe these are the MK20s that I have on board. So we're going to take a look at those. We're going to set those up on our stores page over here, and from the main. Um, oops, no. Yeah, from the TAC menu here, we're going to go to our stores, and you can see all of our the different bombs that we have. We should have 2 of each at each pylon. So we got 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. All right. I have it on active pause right now, just so I can chat and set this up at the same time, and not have to fly 100 miles to our target. On this other page over here, we're actually going to use our FLIR or IR camera here, so we're going to get a peek at that. Then over here, we're going to set up our waypoint 1 is our target. We're going to designate that to the FLIR, and then zoom in. And for this, we have several mortars that are accosting our friendlies in the area. So we're going to take those out, and I'm not sure. You can kind of see them. There's one there. There's another one over there. One there. So this is kind of basically the center of it here. So we'll go ahead and make that our target. After we've gotten the target, we can go to air-to-ground mode, which will turn off our FLIR. Thanks. And then select our cluster munitions here. We can have auto deploy or CCIP, or continuously calculated impact point, where it just basically puts a cross on the ground, and when the cross is over the target, you hit the pickle button or the weapon release button. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep it auto because we got enough to think about. For the fusing, however, we can turn the fusing off so they don't blow up. Good for safety. We can go to priority fusing, meaning it will deploy as soon as it can after it leaves the ship without hurting your ship. Or variable timing. We're going to choose variable timing because it gives us the option here to change the height at which the canister explodes, releasing all the bomblets. So you have several different options. We're going to choose, I don't know, 1500. No, let's go a little higher. No, I like 1500. It's obviously the higher you are, the more dispersed the bomblets are, but the less they hit the same thing more than once. So you can do a lot of damage to soft targets like maybe infantry or something, but more hardened targets, you'd want a more dispersed thing. Like a tank, you'd want that pretty dispersed so all the bomblets go on there. But then why are you using a cluster bomb to begin with? But whatever. So we have that option. That's kind of cool. Then we have the ability to drop either 1 at a time or 2 at a time. Obviously it's 2. I don't think we can do 4. Let's try it. Quantity, we got 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's drop them all at once. Yeah. And then, so we're going to drop them all at once, so we're going to get this right. So we can't swing around and do it once. So we're going to drop all 8 of these things. And then if we wanted to, we could say all 8, 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time, 4 at a time, all the way up to 8 at a time. We're just going to do all 8 at once. Oops. Multitude 8. Enter. Oh, 2 at a time is the highest we can do because it's per station, I guess. So it's going to go 2, 4, 6, 8. And then for the interval, how far apart do we want them to go? Probably, let's go 20 feet. So 2 will drop, 20 feet later, 2 will drop, 20 feet later, 2 will drop, 20 feet later, 2 will drop, up until 8 drop, right? So it's kind of cool. You can set all that up. In CCIP, you can do the same thing, but we're just going to say auto. For the symbology, we have this plumb line that goes to our target. We want to get the velocity vector on that target here. So the plumb line, the vertical line of my velocity vector, for the most accuracy, and I'm not that good of a pilot, you want that perfectly on that plumb line. And then you have our auto is showed here if we were in CCIP. Oops. Oh, I turned it off. I want mode CCIP. That would not be displayed. Okay, so mode auto, and then right below that is how many seconds until we have to hit the pickle button, or release button, and then the bombs go away. So because we are dropping all 8, 2, 2, 2, and 2, I'm going to actually set the target not dead center, but maybe a little before. So let's zoom out a little bit here. It's kind of a wide dispersal here. Maybe I'll do 2,200 feet because there's a bunch of them all over the place. No, I think that's too high. Yep, too high. Stick with your gut. 1,500 feet. Okay. So we may not get these outer guys on this pass. Obviously, we could change the quantity and not drop all 8, but, you know, for the video, whatever. Okay. So I think we're all set up. And we're ready to go, ready to rock. We got our target. We're dropping 8 bombs, 2 at a time, 20 feet apart. Yeah, let's do this. So one thing to keep in mind is if you're below 1,500 feet and you release them, that's not good because you're setting the canisters to blow up at 1,500 feet. So you'll get a big X on it. Oh, one more thing with the symbology. We're going to get a fall line up here. So at 5, like maybe 10 seconds before release, we're going to get a horizontal line that's perpendicular to the plumb line that's going to start to fall. And as it gets to 5 seconds, you're going to hit the release button or the pickle button. And then as soon as that line gets to the horizontal lines of your velocity vector, the bombs will drop. So in that 5 seconds, if you're not ready to drop, get your finger off that pickle. You know, whatever. Okay, so some symbology of what's going on there. Let's unpause. We're going to gain some altitude here, just a little. And maybe a little speed. I'm going to try to line up to that plumb line there. Alright, that's probably high enough. So we got at this current speed and trajectory 1 minute until we have to release. Come on, line up. Alright, we're going to start to dive a little. I found it's most accurate at below 5 degree pitch down.
Altitude.
15 seconds. Five seconds. There's the fall line. Pickle button's depressed. Bombs are away. So these are cluster bombs, so they should blow up. Bomblets go out, and boom, 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 boom. And yeah, we got one out of the 5 that were there. We got one. So yeah, maybe not drop all 8 at once, but yeah, you get the idea. Let's see what it looks like. Oop, wrong way. Yeah, we got some fires going over there. Let's turn around here.
Altitude.
And take a looky-see. Oh, 2 more destroyed. So they caught fire and then blew up. Another one destroyed. I think we got them all, actually. That's cool. Yep, we did. We got them all. So yeah, a little delayed. They caught on fire and then had to blow it up. But yeah, that's cluster munitions. And those were specifically the MK20s. So from what I did do a little research since the weapon overview video, and they're CB something 9, CBU 9s, 99s, and the MK20s are basically the same thing. So choose one. Yeah, and I saw definitely the accuracy as if you're pitched down as you're coming into your diving run. Almost a dive bomb, not quite exactly a dive bomb, but a little bit of a dive. They seem to hit their target a little bit better than if you're level flight bombing, like in some of maybe the GPS or laser guided bombs that auto kind of correct themselves. These don't, they just free fall. So cool. That was our cluster bombs.